Hi, and welcome to today's webinar, where we're going to talk about how Austrian Post went from legacy to leading customer service. My name is Sara Levet, and with me today I have Anton from Bright Pattern. Welcome, Anton. Please introduce yourself and your company briefly.
Okay, welcome, Sarah. I would like to give you a little bit an overview and the introduction. My name is Anton. So I lead at Bright Pattern the European business. And I would like to give you today an overview about a pretty interesting use case, Austrian Post, which is impressive for a one-year project, what we accomplished.
Yeah, definitely. And for those who may not know Austrian Post, can you tell us a bit about the company and who are Austrian Post?
Yeah, Austrian Post is the post service in Austria, but not only in Austria, it is also in certain other countries in Europe where they offer a service. They have approximately 27,000 employees. Big organization, it's a state organization, as in many other European countries. And they had to really change the approach for the contact center and the service they offer. And that was the reason to look for a new contact center solution.
Yeah. And you want to tell us a bit about Bright Pattern as well, briefly?
Yeah, Bright Pattern is a US company. We are based in Pleasanton, close to San Francisco. Is a vendor of omni or AI-based omni-channel contact center solution. And we are selling probably in 29 countries with more than 500 customers around the world.
Yeah. That's impressive. And the use case that you want to talk about, Austrian Post, why are they so relevant and interesting, do you think?
I believe it's interesting because Austrian Post had 3 different contact centers, contact center solutions. And they want to get rid of them because one is cost administration. So they want to have one solution. But also the problem was they were missing a couple of really features to grow the efficiency in the business processes.
Mm-hmm. So they wanted an AI-based omnichannel solution.
Yeah, they want to have an AI-based omnichannel, and we implemented finally an IVR based solution for their parcels, identification of the parcel, which is unusual because when you talk about IVR, usually press 1, press 2, press 3. That's different. The identification is the shipping number, and also we added a new process for the task services and task service routing.
Ah, really? So if you tell us a bit more about the background, what were the main challenges?
The main challenges was automation, finally automation. What they want to do is really to identify when our customer is calling, they give you the parcel slip or the parcel number, and finally the routing was really only through this slip number. And also then the task services, which is really working in the contact center, the people, the agents, they work only with this information. And they want to have this exactly in different teams. They want exactly to see which person is working on which of these tickets.
So what were the strategy to...
The strategy was really to implement this from scratch. This kind of working was not in the past. The old system was not able to work with such an IVR routing. And so that is what we implemented. What we did as well, because that was important for them, they have many teams. So it's not only one team in the contact center. They have many teams. And what they are looking for was really to have a load balancer, and not a hardware load balancer. That was for the task services. So we implemented an automatic process which was really moving any kind of these tasks to the teams, and every team had more or less the same tasks. So that was done automatically, was not really controlled by the teams itself. And they had the chance, any agent in the team had also the chance to do really moving the task from one team to the other. That was important for them in the first step. And then when this was implemented, then we started with automation.
Yeah. So that was the most important solution implemented, or do you have other things that you implemented?
We implemented then, after this was implemented and was working and they went live, then we started with transcription processes. Because the transcription they were looking for was really somebody was calling in or dialing in, asking for the parcel slip, and then not to have a human agent. They were looking that an AI agent is answering and is working with the person through a process. So helping them, maybe asking, where is my parcel? And all this information, including an access to a knowledge management database. And this AI agent helped the human who was calling, helped them finally to cover the issue or to close the ticket. If that was not possible, then it was handed over to a human agent. But transcription was integrated into the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. And all this summarization and note-taking after from the transcription process was directly visible in the CRM, and the human agent was able later on also to work on this ticket to see if it's closed, not closed, or what they have to do finally to close the ticket.
Yeah, that's really important to get like a good overview of the CRM and all the different cases, I can imagine.
Yes. That's most for, let's say, when you have to handle more than 500 million parcels per year, and 3,900 million letters, you can imagine how many people are asking, where is my parcel, where is my letter? They also have an email handling as well, they offer. So that's a pretty big contact center. So they work 240 agents are working in 24/7 hours on all the tickets.
Yeah.
So, and there needs to be automation. And that was the reason in a first step to implement transcription and summarization and note-taking.
Yeah, and you get a lot of insights as well, I can imagine. And I also heard that you implemented AI routing and...
Yes, the AI routing is what we implemented, especially to really take the tickets directly pretty fast to any kind of agent to have a pretty fast response to the customer. And that was finally that was an improvement of 70% more efficiency with this IVR implementation. And it was probably for the task routing, which is a very dedicated task routing, is more also 60% efficiency they got finally after a year.
Ah, that's really cool. Did you have any other like automation features or things like that? The next step will be to have a virtual agent on board. So that what they are looking for is at the end to have one virtual agent, which is probably will not replace the people, but is then
talking automatically with the customer. Somebody dials in and asks, "Okay, I have this question or I have an issue, whatever it is," and the virtual agent will work on this one. And also that gives them the ability that more than one virtual agent will cover the issue. So maybe one is picking up the ticket and is responding to the customer. But another virtual agent, and they communicate to each other, is then working on this ticket. So that will be the next step to increase the level of automation.
Yeah, and a great complement as well, and support for the agents. So about the agents, how did they react and adapt to the new platform?
They're pretty happy because in the past they had to do many things manually.
Yeah.
They had also some Excel sheets somewhere. They had some information they had to write down, and now they are really, all the processes are implemented in the system. They have immediately access, so in real-time access. Also, supervisors have a real-time access to see how that works. Maybe they can also jump into a call. If the person was calling, they can finally not give them an answer, or they want to have more information or whatever. So it is more automation, is much better for the agent itself, and they're happy also to have transcription in place. Transcription allows them also, so in 13 different countries, 13 different languages, or well, let's say 12 different languages. So transcription can also transcribe a call from German to English, for example. And so the person is calling, it can talk only in English, but the people in the contact center, they understand only German. So there is also the possibility to transcribe between different languages.
Oh, cool. In real time as well.
That's real time, yeah.
Oh, really? Nice. So if you look at like an IT and operations perspective, what changed in that matter?
The IT operation it's much easier to administer the system. They have not 3 solutions anymore in place. They have one in place. And it is much easier to do the administration. That is for them also a really important item, because that is saving costs at the end. And that is always in this contact center business pretty much important.
Yeah, and easy to administrate and so on, I guess.
Yeah, the administrator is, you probably have the same kind of people, but they have more options and more features in place, and they can easily handle the system, configure them by themselves, which is very important. They don't need a bright pattern. And we offer them also a 24/7 support.
That's really nice and comforting, I guess. But if you look at the overall result, what was the main impact for Austrian Post?
The main impact, honestly, is the increase of the efficiency.
Yeah.
That is much easier for the administration today. And they have a system which they can work on and can take more AI features on board for the future, which is important for them, because they have not only the parcel and the services and the services for letters and emails, they have also a bank. And they want to move really the same system to the bank, to the IT organization, everywhere, that have one system in place, one department doing administration. And finally, cost saving is pretty much important for them as well.
Yeah. And for the AI, do you use like different language models, or how does it work?
Now we have different language models. So that's our LLMs, which are available. And we support 96 languages.
Oh, cool. So then most people can use
probably most people can use it, and but in, let's say, if you have a customer which is operating in certain different countries, and that is they need different languages probably,
sure.
and it makes it much easier for the agents, because you have at the Austrian Post, you have not, maybe some people, some agents, they speak English, but they have some East European languages, and so it's much easier to have a system in place who is do the transcription instead of have 10 different people with 10 different languages.
Yeah, of course. And it's like a huge organization. So how long did it take for them to implement this, go from 3 different contact centers to 1?
It took 10 months, and then they had a test phase of 2 months, where they went live within the test phase, but then they rolled this out everywhere, and after finally 12 months, all of these features and functions are live now.
Oh, cool. So looking into the future, what are the next steps for Austrian Post, do you think?
One is definitely to roll this out in other organizations and departments within the Austrian Post. And the other one is really implement more AI features.
Yeah.
More automation helps them to improve the processes, to improve the efficiency, quality, have to deliver a much better quality to their customers. That is what they are looking for. And AI is probably really what you need to do this.
Yeah. And to summarize, so what could other companies take from this and learn? Or do you have any recommendations or tips that you want to share?
My recommendations is really, one is to look at the processes in your company. It does not help to say AI is covering everything. No, it will not. You have to implement this step by step. And sometimes you can improve really processes without AI, definitely. But AI helps you to improve your efficiency, and companies should do this step by step, and not just jump really AI. I want to have it from one day. So that's probably will not work.
No, exactly. Do you have any idea what you guys at Bright Pattern want to do in the future? Any new features, or can you tell us about your roadmap, or is that secret?
No, it's not a secret. We have it's called an AI suite, and we will improve the functionality of the AI suite. That is the contact center part. Yes, they get some more improvement. For us, it's important that the configuration and implementation is really smooth. It's going well. So I believe we have from Gartner, we have an information that's Bright Pattern is probably the product which is the fastest implementation on the market today. And that is what we will want to improve, to increase functionality in this AI space. And we have a WFM product, the workforce management, and that's fully integrated. So maybe other companies then, and also like Austrian Post, probably will jump also on our WFM product in the near future.
Oh, interesting. So Anton, thank you so much for sharing these interesting insights and taking us through this impressive transformation that Austrian Post has done together with you guys.
Thanks for the invitation. I was happy to give you a little bit of insight of this use case, and if there's questions, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, good. Thank you. And thank you all for watching. Goodbye and thank you.